There's a strange silence between you two, but it doesn't feel empty. It feels full of things left unsaid, of glances you pretend not to notice, and quiet moments where your heart speaks louder than your voice. A question keeps returning like a whisper. Is he thinking about me too? Out of nowhere, you feel a shift. A name, his name, floods your thoughts without warning. Your chest tightens, your breath changes, and even if you were doing something else, your mind is suddenly right there, with him. It doesn't feel like coincidence. Carl Jung once said, "Synchronicity is the meaningful connection of two events that seem unrelated." What if your thoughts and his are echoing each other in real time? In this video, we're exploring a series of powerful psychological cues, subtle but undeniable signs that could mean you're both thinking about each other at the exact same moment. These signs aren't obvious. They don't come with flashing lights or loud declarations. They come in the quiet, in the spaces between logic and feeling. But once you recognize them, you'll start to see your connection in a completely different light. Stay close, because the final sign in this video, the one we'll get to at the very end, is the one that reveals everything. Most people miss it, but if you catch it, you'll know, you'll feel it. Take a deep breath, let go of needing proof. Let your intuition lead the way. Let's begin. You ever find yourself smiling, and you don't even know why? Maybe you're just walking or staring out the window, and suddenly your chest feels lighter. Your mood shifts. It's like someone just reached into your mind and made the world feel softer. That's not just emotion. That could be energy alignment. When two people think of each other at the same time, they create a kind of emotional bridge. You might not see it, but you feel it. Like a silent wave that washes over you and says, "You're not alone in this." Here's the second sign. You experience random emotional shifts that make no sense in the moment, but later, they align with what they were feeling. Like you suddenly feel anxious, and later, you learn they were going through something hard, or you get a sense of warmth, right when they were thinking about you. This isn't magic. It's a deep, subconscious connection, and it's real. And here's the third sign. You dream about them, and they dream about you. Not always clearly, not always romantically, but they're there, in your mind, in scenes you didn't write. And the wild part? Sometimes they remember the same kind of dream. It's as if your subconscious minds are having conversations your waking minds can't explain. Carl Jung believed that dreams are the voice of the unconscious. So if you're both appearing in each other's dreams, there's a reason. You're in each other's field of thought, even when you're asleep. Take a second. Think about the last time they randomly popped into your head. Did something happen after? Did you hear from them? Did you feel their energy? These moments aren't always loud. They're quiet, delicate, but they matter. And in the next part, we'll explore a moment so specific, you'll swear your hearts were tuned into the same frequency. You ever get that strange urge to check your phone? Not because you got a notification, but because you feel like something's there, so you pick it up. And right then, there's a message from them. Coincidence? Maybe. But what if it's not? Here's the fourth sign. You feel when they're about to reach out, like your energy senses theirs, before anything happens. It's a moment of inner knowing. No logic, just instinct. The fifth sign. You both reach out at the same time. You send a message, and before they even read it, bam, one from them pops up. It's like your mind synced, deciding to connect at the exact same second. That kind of timing isn't just chance, it's connection. Unseen, unspoken, but very real. And the sixth sign is subtle. You start to mirror each other's emotions, even from a distance. They feel off, and suddenly, you feel it too. You're tired, drained, anxious, even though your day was fine. Or the opposite. You feel unexpectedly light and hopeful, and you later find out they were thinking about you, smiling at a memory you shared. This is energetic resonance. Two emotional bodies vibrating on the same frequency. Carl Jung spoke of a collective unconscious, a field where we're all connected, especially with those we have deep bonds with. And when you're tuned into someone that deeply, your emotions don't just stay yours. They echo. They transfer. Now, take a breath. Ask yourself, has this ever happened to you? Because if it has, it might not be imagination. It might be a connection that runs far deeper than logic allows. And in the next part, we'll uncover something even more powerful. When your body starts reacting before your mind even knows why. Let's go deeper. Have you ever caught yourself zoning out, lost in thought, and you realize you're thinking about them again? Not just once, but constantly. That's the seventh sign. They keep showing up in your thoughts, uninvited, yet welcomed. It's like your mind drifts back to them on its own, especially during quiet moments, early morning, late at night, in between tasks when your guard is down. Your subconscious is reaching for them. Now here's what's fascinating. Sometimes, when that person thinks about you deeply, your energy picks up on it, and your thoughts begin to revolve around them, as if their emotions whispered into your psyche. This isn't just attraction, it's a resonance, a deep psychic echo. The eighth sign is just as surreal. You feel physical sensations when they're on your mind, a flutter in your chest, chills without a breeze, sudden warmth, or a deep ache. Your body, not just your mind, responds to their presence in your thoughts. Carl Jung believed that the psyche expresses itself through the body, so if you're feeling them, even when they're not around, there's something real happening beneath the surface. And here's the ninth sign. You start to notice synchronicities related to them. You hear their favorite song playing out of nowhere, see their name pop up randomly. Someone mentions a memory tied to them. Or maybe you see someone who looks just like them in a crowd. These aren't just coincidences. They're little nods from the universe, whispers that you're energetically aligned. And now, as we've explored so many signs already, I want you to take a moment. Ask yourself, do I feel seen right now? Understood? Because if you do, there's a reason. Some connections go beyond words. They speak in thoughts, feelings, moments, and in silence. By the way, the next few signs, especially the final one, reveal something profound about the bond you share. It's something not everyone notices, but once you do, you'll never see things the same again. You might want to stay with us till the end, and while you're here, there's more waiting for you. More insights, more truths, just like this. You'll find them when the time is right, or maybe right now. The 10th sign is one of the most mysterious, yet it happens to so many people. You dream about them, but it feels more like a memory than just a dream. You're in a place you've never seen before, but it feels familiar. They're there, not speaking, not doing much, but it feels real. Their presence lingers even after you wake up. Carl Jung believed dreams aren't just stories we make up while we sleep. He saw them as messages from the unconscious, windows into something deeper. So if you keep seeing this person in your dreams, especially in emotionally charged ones, it could be your mind's way of reflecting a real, energetic connection. But it doesn't stop there. Here's the 11th sign. You start finishing each other's thoughts, even when you're apart. Maybe they text you something you were just about to say, or you call them, and they say, "I was just thinking of you." These moments don't make sense logically, but emotionally, they're loud, they're undeniable. This level of mental syncing often happens when there's a strong, invisible bond. Your thoughts begin to vibrate at the same frequency, and in that state, communication happens beyond words. It's like a shared mental channel is always open. And the 12th sign is the one few talk about. You sense their emotional state without them telling you. Out of nowhere, you feel a wave of sadness or excitement or something heavy in your chest, and later, you find out they were going through something at that exact moment. This is empathy on a deeper level. It's emotional intuition, and it only exists between souls that are connected. Now, by now, you might be thinking, how can I be sure? But maybe the real question isn't about being sure. Maybe it's about being aware, paying attention, noticing the signs, trusting the unspoken. Some people will never say what they feel, but their energy does, their silence does, and the way your soul responds, that says everything. Now here's where things get a little surreal. Have you ever experienced physical reactions out of nowhere, with no explanation, and somehow you just knew it was about them? A chill down your spine, a sudden pressure in your chest, or your heartbeat racing for no reason at all. The 13th sign is this. Your body responds when their energy shifts. Even if they're miles away, your body picks it up, like a silent signal, not through words, not through texts, but through something deeper. Maybe they're upset and you feel restless. Maybe they're thinking about you, and suddenly your mood lifts. There's no message, no call, just that undeniable sense of presence. Carl Jung believed in synchronicity, that meaningful events are connected, even without cause and effect. When you start having these bodily responses, that's not random. That's synchronicity between souls. And then comes the 14th sign. You feel drawn to places, songs, or even objects that connect to them. You hear a song, and it hits you like a memory you didn't know you had. You walk into a place, and suddenly you feel them with you. It's like they left a part of their energy in those moments, and your soul recognizes it instantly. This pull, this magnetic sensation, it's not something you can force. It just happens. And when it does, it's powerful. You start realizing, maybe these connections don't need constant contact. Maybe they exist on their own, breathing silently beneath the surface. And that brings us to the 15th sign. You find yourself growing in ways that reflect them. Without trying, you start embracing qualities you admired in them. Patience, strength, or maybe their way of seeing the world. Not because you're trying to become them, but because your bond is changing you. There's something beautiful in that kind of reflection. It's not obsession. It's not dependency. It's growth. Subtle, personal, quiet, but it stays with you. Sometimes, the most profound connections don't ask for attention. They just continue, evolving you in silence. And in the next part, we'll look at how this bond doesn't just affect your thoughts or emotions, but even the timing of your life, the way you meet, the way moments unfold, and why none of it may be coincidence. And now we reach something almost cosmic. The 16th sign. You notice strange timing, coincidences, things lining up in ways that feel too perfect to be random. You think of them, then they text, you dream about them, and the next day, they show up in your feed. You plan to move on. Then a song you both loved plays out of nowhere. It's as if the universe keeps stitching your paths together, even when you try to walk away. Jung said the unconscious communicates in symbols, in moments, and sometimes the timing of life is the loudest symbol of all. But it doesn't stop there. The 17th sign is this. You feel an emotional release when you acknowledge the connection. You might cry for no reason, feel lighter after journaling about them, or find yourself forgiving them without needing closure. That's not weakness. That's your soul letting go of resistance and accepting the truth of the bond without needing permission. It's not about fixing anything. It's about recognizing that something real exists between you. And then we arrive at the 18th sign. This one's powerful. You feel a sense of protection around them, even from afar. It's that deep, grounding feeling that no matter where they are, somehow you're okay. It might be their memory, or just the thought of them during hard times, but it gives you strength, like they've become a part of your inner armor, and maybe they feel that too, even if they never say it. When we form these energetic bonds, they don't disappear when the people do. They stay in the background, guiding, shielding, reminding. Not all connections are meant to be daily. Some are meant to live inside us. And that is the quiet kind of love that changes everything. And now, let me ask you something real. Have you ever felt like someone was thinking of you, but you had no proof? Just that deep, sudden feeling. A warmth, a spark, and somehow, you just knew. What happened next? I want to hear your experience. Drop it in the comments, because you never know who might be reading, and realize they're not alone in this. Now, remember that valuable truth I promised earlier? Here it is. Sometimes, it's not about whether they think of you. It's about whether your connection changed you. If their presence made you grow, if your thoughts of them helped you evolve, then that bond was real, no matter how it ended. That's the beauty of deep connections. They're not always meant to stay, but they're always meant to awaken. Before you go, if this video felt like it spoke to your soul, there's more waiting for you. Tap the video on your screen now, or explore the playlist we crafted just for you. Carl Jung and Shadow Work, for more hidden truths about the mind and psychology of relationships, if you want to understand these signs even deeper. And if you're drawn to the kind of self-reflection that few dare to explore, you might want to stick around. We see you. We feel you. And we'll be right here when you come back for more.